Welcome back, ladies and germs. We're doing another episode of Am I the Asshole?
Yes.
People online post their lives for us to judge. You guys can jump in on the comments. We're going to tell you what we think. Okay?
Compassion or cut corner.
Compassion corner.
What is it today? What's the topic
Today, it says, am I the asshole for charging my sister $2,500 for one of my paintings after her kid ruined it?
Compassion corner.
Okay, let's see.
Did she make the painting?
Huh?
Or
$2,500. Actually euros, but we'll just say $2,500 because I'm gonna say pounds.
Mm-hmm. It's a British asshole.
How do conversions?
I don't know.
$2,600.
It depends on the year whether it's whether our economy is doing better. Or
Over $2,000. Okay,
I want to hear this.
so this one has a little backstory line. It's like in preface, but honestly, she sounds like kind of a bitch. So I'm gonna read this part. Says backstory. I'm 26 and a fairly successful artist. My sister Lucy and her 9-year-old child Ethan were at my house during a late New Year celebration. I had a sign posted on my art studio saying "Do not enter," and specifically made it clear to guests that nobody was to enter that room. I'd also like to note that all of my guests were asked to leave their kids as this was for adults, but Lucy couldn't do that because she couldn't find a sitter. Anyway, so I was like, dude, that was so bitchy. Come on. So it says,
well, she's biased. I'd be biased telling the story too. They fucked up my painting.
if it was my house and I said no kids and then my sister brought their kid, I'd be pissed.
yeah.
I would leave the kid outside.
Yeah, literally in front of
Like
the
no
mailbox.
kids allowed.
If it's cold and it's dark, you can leave your kid in the car.
Yeah.
Need a sign that says no kids
They're
allowed.
gonna overheat. It's the winter right now.
Exactly. Legally, you could do it. Legally.
20 years later in therapy, and then they left me in the car.
They said it's no kids night. Sorry.
Okay, so it's 10 p.m. and I hear, so this is the night of the party. It's 10 p.m. and I hear a loud crash from my studio. I run up and see paint all over my recent work that so far had taken 15 hours to do. Ethan was sat there laughing, rubbing paint into my work. It's now unsalvageable and I have to restart the work as it was a specific request from a client, which also puts me behind the rest of my work now. I immediately asked Ethan and Lucy to leave, and the next day I sent her a bill for the work, £2,500. Which is lower than what I would have gotten for the work anyways. She's absolutely screaming about it. My whole family is divided. My mom hates me. My dad completely agrees with me. And surprise, my dad is an artist. My mom is more smart. My sister's husband agrees with me. I will admittedly say I don't enjoy kids or their company, but I've always been a great auntie. Presents and Christmas gifts from every vacation, everything he's wanted. Am I the asshole for charging my
Fuck no! Fuck no, dude. No.
I hate when family thinks that what you do for work is just play. Like it's just little.
Is that what her sister said?
She's pissed. So apparently the mom and the sister are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're not artists. They don't get
What's the
it.
big deal? You can just do it all over
I think
again.
out of that reason, yeah, but then originally, if they were super sorry about it or whatever, I wouldn't have charged them.
That's you though. This person's livelihood is commission based, and she was getting commissioned by a client.
Yeah, but money and family, I never charge family. That's just my rule.
Did she lose the client, or did she just have to start over
She
on
just
it?
has to start over.
But it put her behind on all the other
But
work.
can't she just trace a new one?
Maybe she can sell the messed up painting.
But I don't think it's just only the painting in itself, but it's also the materials that have been wasted.
And the time.
Yeah. Because like if paint is everywhere and then the brushes are ruined, that shit costs a lot of money. So like you need to buy new
Yeah, it's like
ones
if your
to
dog shit on a carpet and ruined it, it's like
Yeah.
they didn't even offer to fix it or pay it or
Yeah.
anything, right? I
Exactly.
think it's that principle. Yeah, and I don't know. Like, so for example, if this happened to me, I knew their financial situation, they were broke, and they're really fucking sorry about it, I'll be like, all right,
It doesn't
whatever,
say they're
we'll
broke.
move on. Yeah, but in my situation.
Yeah.
But if I knew that they had money, and they were reacting in a way where it's like, what's the big fucking deal?
Exactly.
I'm like, bitch, I'm charging you everything, fuck you.
That's what I get.
Oh
That's-
yeah, for sure.
Is that they're like, she's like, hey, pay this, and then the sister's screaming at her like it's ridiculous. Like instead of being like, hey, I'm sorry, like we fucked up, but like, we can't afford this much. It doesn't sound like the sisters even has any compassion.
I will say there's also a tact about doing this too, where it's like, instead of just sending a bill like that,
Right.
coldly.
Yeah.
It's like, yo,
Negotiating.
explaining my situation, this takes a lot of time, this takes a lot of energy, money, etc. This damaged my financial situation. I need like this, and you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
being a little more tactful about it is
Yeah.
always good.
And the fact that the person that the kid that fucked it up, that family didn't even offer first. I think that's fucked up.
Yeah, and they're not apologizing. It doesn't sound like the kid was made to apologize or anything.
They immediately went into an excuse like, oh yeah, my kid, fucking kids are gonna be kids.
Yeah,
if someone say that, I would grab their fucking kid and fucking kick them like a football, and I'll fucking grab them and I'll be like, you need to pay for this shit right now.
Yeah.
You're not leaving this house.
And then they send you a medical bill, and you're like,
Worth it.
Dude, those paints are toxic, man. You don't want to deal with that, and especially expensive ones too.
well,
They're
also,
not cheap.
I think that this person's missing out on a lot of money because when kids paint shit, people go fucking crazy in the art world.
Yeah, that's why I was like, sell that shit.
There you go.
So now that she made this Reddit post and it blew up, sell that
There's
shit.
more value now.
Yeah,
There's a
but-
story behind the painting.
My thing though is too is like I kind of like see your point of view because like I wouldn't really want to like charge family, and I see the point of like what if they have money. I think if they have money, then $2,500 might have just been a drop in the bucket, and it wouldn't have been.
But Boss
And the
Boze.
tact where it's like, hey, this really hurt my business. Like explaining it in their language where
Yeah.
they don't understand the art is business for this person, apparently. So explaining it in like words that they understand, like, imagine someone ruined your, desk job work or whatever for a week, and now they're,
I actually stopped dating a girl because she didn't take YouTube seriously.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, I'm like, oh, we gotta go make some skits and stuff, and she's like, they're just videos. And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, this is nothing.
Or a lot of people think that just because you're home all day, that you're like chilling.
And you're having a blast.
And like, instead of like you're editing videos, you're planning out videos, you're like, doing.
Or you don't get how about you don't get a fucking weekend because you're working on shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Or like
Four
even
nights.
networking shit. It's a part of the job. Like I've had to go to dinners that I don't want to fucking go to. People that I don't want to fucking.
And they're like, oh, you're having fun all the time just talking to people and eating food.
Oh, your life's so hard. You get dinners paid for.
Or like streaming on Twitch all the time. I would get like, oh, you're just sitting there playing video games.
Well, that I agree with. I couldn't agree more with that. That one's pretty hard to defend. You know what I mean? It's just hard to defend. Imagine a guy coming out of a coal mine, and you're like, listen, it's the same kind of thing.
Can you compare anything to a guy coming out of a coal mine?
I know. Okay, real quick. If not for this context too, of you telling me that the artist had already had this commission from a client, I think me and Joe probably this entire video would have been making fun of this guy for thinking his painting's worth $2 grand. But because you said that,
Because there's no value behind it, right? He could put he's like, this is $1 million painting.
Yeah.
But no one fucking, he hasn't even sold one fucking canvas.
Yeah.
But
it's
I
a woman, but yeah.
Part of where that $2,500 comes from, because personally, what I think I probably would have done was not sent an invoice to my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
That's a bitch move, though.
this lady sounds
that's a
kind of like a
cunty move.
bitch.
Seems like they do not have a good relationship to begin
Yeah, I
with.
don't
Like they
think
don't
so.
talk about things properly. It sounds
I
like.
feel-
hey, no kids. Hey, I brought my kid. Fuck you. And then hey, my kid fucked up your painting, and it's like, whoa, what is this shit? Fuck you.
I think there might be a little sibling rivalry.
Could be.
But I
Damn,
think
that sounds
I
like some
would've-
shit.
I would have charged for the supplies, the canvas, assuming this is like a big painting, that would be really expensive. But where that $2,500 and that thousands really comes from is the skill that this person has acquired over the years as an artist. And that is her decision to raise or lower that price.
Well, 15 hours of work, she's probably like, 15 hours, it was worth $2,500 plus all the supplies.
How
and
much
stuff.
did she get in an hour? $250.
Yeah, not much.
for the what she got commissioned to do.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the skill thing, and that's where you have the power to have a little compassion to a family member, like even if you told them not to bring the fucking kid or not, like, and say like, okay, just pay me for the supplies, you bitch, fuck Ethan.
Also, you can go to a Goodwill, buy a painting, and then paint on top of that. It'd probably be way ahead of the time.
That probably refurbished painting.
Yeah, there's a lot of that out there.
That sounds cute as fuck.
Yeah, people do that.
People do that. They
Like-
put like modern graffiti art over old antique paintings. And
Or they put like a little Mario Brothers in an old looking painting.
Mario Brothers.
They put that. Yeah, they put that Mario Brothers or that Luigi.
The YG.
how come Luigi is pronounced correctly?
Mario and Luigi.
You said it exactly right. I've seen a lot of those. Or they put Duck Hunt in like an old Renaissance looking painting.
Did she ever break down like what?
Yo, I want to
No,
know.
it sounds like she was charging by the hour.
She should have posted a picture of her painting too.
Honestly, I think this is fucking sibling rivalry, and this woman hates kids. She mentioned in like these little paragraphs that she hated children 3 times. Basically, no kids allowed. and
her sister brought a kid to spite her.
Yeah, like she just made all these little jabs that were like very anti-kid, and then at the very end she says, "I will admittedly say I don't enjoy kids," and we're like, "Bitch, we know."
Yeah, we got it. Message
I don't
received.
understand people that don't like kids.
I think I don't like kids if they're not my kids.
That's not true. We love our nieces and nephews.
I know, but I'm just trying to devil's advocate.
Funny the way she talked about the kid though.
I think for me, like I'm weary of kids just because I don't really know anything about them. So because like I
don't trust you.
I don't trust you.
lying sack of shit.
It's more out of fear. It's more out of fear. It's like
Why are you afraid of a kid?
I don't fucking get you, so I'm not gonna be near you.
To me, it's like a whole different life force. To me, it's just like they're the Ewoks and shit of our society.
The only thing I don't like about kids is like it's just too loud, like in a high pitched loudness. It's too loud
You know
for
what?
me.
It's funny because kids cannot make me pissed. Or they could never do wrong. They can talk I had a kid I was tutoring at this projects, and he flipped me off in my face, and he said, "Fuck you," and he ran away. And I was like, "You fucking idiot."
Dude.
No, I love kids. Just the times that they scream is. I don't like that.
Yeah, but think about this. Parenting has to be so fucking sick in 2020 when you can put on noise canceling headphones.
Yeah.
So imagine Joe sitting there and this kid's like, and you're like,
Is that your baby face at the end?
no, I'm just
I
like,
actually had a great invention idea. So you know how babies crying pisses everyone off?
A catapult.
But that's good too.
that's really good.
So a pacifier or like some sort of device that goes over the mouth that makes the cry sound like music.
Oh, like yeah.
That's I kind of like that.
idea, but then we found out from a doctor that that's a really bad idea because
It's abusive or whatever.
yeah, apparently.
Do you want the cries to turn into something else, or would you rather just mute it out?
You could choose. It's a function. You could choose. You know, you can make it sound like an alien. So it's like.
I don't know. I got used. I have like 9 nephews and nieces, right? So I kept hearing cries all the time. So now when I hear it on an airplane, like it used to piss me off, but now I'm just like, oh, that's kind of familiar.
Not me, man. I'm the baby of the family, so no one came after me, and I didn't have to take care of any kids. So I think that's why, like, when I see a kid, like, I'm more nervous around them because I don't know what to do.
You don't know what to do.
Yeah, and then like if they're freaking out, I'm freaking out because it's like, what do you need? I was like, I don't know what you need. It's like, stop crying. It's like,
Julia, they're just as afraid of you as you're afraid of them.
no, that's
You're like an elephant in a
why.
mouse.
That's why.